Hey, it's episode 3.
Is that Fat Albert? Hey.
So we're going to cover the Ravens.
Covering them.
We're going to cover them all over. We're going to flock it.
Cover 4.
It was a pretty good draft. I was actually surprised. They didn't have to make a move in the first. They were able to get Patrick Queen, which that was the big gaping hole.
Right, inside linebacker.
Then I was actually surprised. So they ended up turning that Hayden Hurst trade, that pick for J.K. Dobbins of Ohio State, second-round running back. Some people are mixed about it. I think it kind of makes sense because he's probably going to be the feature back as soon as Ingram. Ingram's got another year on the deal, which then Gus is a free agent. And then you just have Dobbins and Hill.
That gives Dobbins a year to sit, be a backup, or however they want to utilize him. And like you said, Ingram's gone, then Dobbins will take over the next year after getting 1 year under his belt.
And that's what I think will happen. I think they're going to let Edwards – I think they're going to trade Edwards. I don't know why. He's more of a straight downhill runner, but they seem to not want to go with him. As soon as when Ingram got hurt, Lamar ended up running and throwing the ball 50 times. So I don't know what's going on there.
I hope you don't throw it 50 times because you guys are definitely a running offense. You're built with the power run and then utilize Lamar accordingly. I don't think Lamar needs to be throwing it 50 times a game.
One way to get better.
I mean, that's true.
Practice makes perfect.
He has particular strengths, though, and last year Harbaugh was able to utilize his strengths to the Ravens' advantage.
I think he ran the ball too much, but if it's there,
I think so too. I think you guys need to, the downhill power running with the actual running backs, and then just let Lamar be kind of like a Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes will run it, but only when he needs to utilize the mobility. That's how they need to start keying in with Lamar, because if he keeps running it like he was,
he's going to be like RG3.
I don't know how long his career is going to last.
And, I mean, I know there was a thing earlier that said something about where Harbaugh was saying about the four-headed monster. I would prefer they keep
running backs now,
because the way they run, one of them's going to probably get injured.
Right.
You got 3, and then you got Lamar still. But then the third round, we had 4 picks. Justin Matabuki, defensive tackle, Texas A&M. Really, with that pick, that's just kind of a stash for in the future with stash. Derek Wolfe, then you got Calais. They're all on veteran deals, so it's kind of hard to tell what's going to happen with them.
Right.
Then the next one, Devin Duvernay, receiver out of Texas.
Duvernay.
And you guys did need another receiver, especially with getting rid of one of your tight ends. You got Brown up and coming, but who's behind Brown? You know what I mean? I felt that was a solid pick.
Well, I'm going to package – you had Duvernay in the third. Then in the sixth, we had James Prochet. Now, going back to the Titans game, there was a big problem with drops. That Duvernay, they had a stat, and that Prochet – I think that Prochet only dropped 2 passes in all of his college season.
Right.
So they went out and got guys that have the hands, finally.
And you guys got a few offensive line.
Yep, then the third we took Tyree Phillips out of Mississippi State, and then Ben Bredesen out of Michigan, which both of them are maybe the possible replacement for Yonda, but I know we went out and signed Fluker from Seattle. So that'll probably end up being, I'm guessing, the day one starter.
Right.
Then in the third, we got Malik Harrison out of Ohio State. I'm surprised he fell that far. I think that he complements Queen well because Queen's more your side-to-side athletic, and then Harrison is more of your heavy hitter. Which
run stuffer.
Last pick, we got Geno Stone, safety out of Iowa, in the 7th round.
I think that was a good spot for him. A lot of mocks, I was telling him off camera, a lot of mocks had him going in the 4th round. I even seen some in the 3rd. He made it to the 7th. I mean, that's
Which, I mean, think about, it might be an Earl Thomas replacement because this will probably be the last year with Earl.
it's so hard to tell with draft picks. I mean, like I said, guys can come out of nowhere. You can get a guy in the 7th round, and he could be your starter.
Well, like the Ravens, they end up getting rid of Tony Jefferson, or Chuck Clark, 6th round pick of safety. Now he's a starter. So it's kind of hard telling with all these young guys where they're going to go.
And then some of the first round picks a lot of them are busts.
Right. And that's kind of, when I talked about like a little bit in the Vikings video, not all your guys are going to work out, but if half of them work out, then you're sitting pretty good, Vikings have a lot of picks, but the Ravens had like 10. So if 5 of these guys work out, that's going to be great for you guys. Like a few of the picks you kind of know that has a lot of talent, but like you said, some of these late round picks, you never know. They could take off or they could fall down and never really make it.
I mean, I think too, I'd say that they had, everywhere I see it's around an A. Kind of the same with the Cowboys and the Vikings.
I mean, they got all 3 of our teams did have a pretty good draft weekend.
They drafted for need. I think that's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's always people that say, "Oh, just go by your board, best player available." I think that's stupid sometimes. I think if the best player available is a position you don't need, then trade down.
Right.
I think that's kind of what happened with Baltimore. That 2nd pick for Dobbins. The pick right before that was that Espenza, the end at Iowa.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that would have been the pick. But obviously, he went right off the board.
No.
I mean, I don't think
Things change.
I don't think it's a bad pick though.
No.
Get Dobbins, get a year in the system. Then next year is Ingram going to be their Gus, or is he going to end up being the lead running back?
Right.
So that's about all for the Ravens.
Good draft.
Yep.
All 3 teams had a pretty good draft. Show me the money.
Now, hopefully, there's a season to play.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, that's going to be the scary thing. It's all unknown.
So, I guess that's it for us.
That's it for episode 3.
Episode 30.